Hey guys, Vanessa here, also known as Fitnessa. Welcome to my channel. Finally, long time coming. So if you are watching, I'm assuming you've subscribed. If you have not subscribed, you know the drill. Subscribe so you know when I upload videos. I'm going to try to do about 2 a week. That's my goal right now. Rolling out is going to be my first video tutorial. As you guys know how much I preach about rolling out, if you train with me or if you have ever taken my class or anything like that, you know how big I am about foam rolling and what an importance it is to your regimen or just your daily lifestyle. So I'm going to go over a few things, just the basics. If you don't have one already, please order one. If you do have one, please take it out of the closet and let's use it. Before we get started with the actual rolling techniques, I want to go over the different type of rollers. You guys have probably seen the different colors, different sizes, different densities. Okay, so here I have this blue one, which is really one of the most common ones. It's a softer one. I like it for beginners. I like it if you have any kind of issues. This is the one I use for myself. I love the density of it. It's medium to high. So just be aware of that when you're ordering one. Stay away from the really tough ones. There's spikes out there. There's all kinds of like balls and everything. Just play it safe. Medium density for now. Let's get started. We're going to go over everything briefly. If you have a roller, let's do it together. Otherwise, get a roller, watch this again when you have one. Okay? So I like to start with my back. Try to stay away from your low back, as that may not make sense to you because you're like, that's what hurts. But sometimes the low back hurts because other areas are stressed, right? So you want to stay away from your low back because it already does take a lot of abuse throughout the day, whether it be sitting, standing, picking up things, whatever it is. Mid to upper back is ideal. Okay, so first thing, make sure your arms are long. So you don't want to be hunched in like this, even if you're in pain. You are in control of how much weight you put on this roller. So if I pick up my hips, now I have more weight on the roller, more aggressive of a roll. So I like to just put my hands behind my head just to support, not really to pull down, just support, keep the back long, lengthen your body as you roll, and also breathe. If there's any area that feels like needs a little more attention, try to hold it for about 30 seconds. That's the ideal time. You want to hold any knots or any needed attention. So after you do the entire mid to upper back, we're going to go ahead and roll onto the side. Okay, so here you do want to relax your hips a little bit. If you're here, that might be too aggressive, especially if you're a beginner. So you can go ahead and pick up your hips up as you go. Again, keep the arm long. What you can do for here is put your hand right underneath here like a pillow. And again, just like this for me, I'm sore, so it really, really does hurt, but it feels amazing at the same time. So just be in control of how much you're doing. Don't overdo it. You will get bruised. So do the entire lat. Go all the way down. Okay, guys, now we're going to go into our glutes, our buns. We're going to go ahead and sit down right on it, just like that. I like to leverage with my hands. Try not to be awkwardly in dangerous positions, okay? Just leverage with your hands. You can do one leg at a time or both, meaning one leg. You just want to figure for your legs just like that. Just create a little more length on the one side, so just you lean over. And just get the entire glute. Then you would do everything we do. Obviously, you can do the other side, so just be aware of that. All right, guys, so we did our glutes. Let's go right into our hamstrings. So just roll it down here. Now you can sit on the mat. Same rule applies. You can do both legs at the same time. Just pick up your hips, place your hands on the mat, and let that guide you. So this is 2, or you can do 1. Cross it over the other. If you can handle the pressure, or if you need it a little bit more, this is what you go to. So make sure you do both sides. And again, hold any spot that feels like needs it a little bit longer. Like any tension, any knots. Okay, from here you go right to the calves. Same thing. You're right up on your hands. And this one makes you work a little bit more. From here, you can go side to side. You can also go one leg at a time. Like this would be a little more aggressive. If it's too painful, don't do it. It's really not the goal of foam rolling. So you want to do both sides. Here we go. Okay, so now let's go right into our quads. Let's flip it over. Get ready to do a low plank with this. Forearms. We're going to use our upper body to leverage now. They are going to get to work. So you can go and stay on the both legs, or you can go ahead and pick up the leg. Put a little more weight on the quad. Make sure you get all the way up, all the way down. Do both sides. Stay away from the knee joint. Right after that, you go up to your hands, and now we're going to go our shins. So this becomes like a core exercise. You just kind of... Here you go. Roll the entire shin. Hold any place you need to. From here, let's go right into our TFL and IT band. All right, guys, so this one would be a little more painful, but very essential. We're gonna start with our TFL, tensor fascia latte, which is attached to the iliotibial band, IT band, as you may have heard of it, okay? So a lot of runners, bikers, people that do that motion struggle with this. It's very tight. There's no real stretching of these bands, so you have to release them, okay? So for this, I like to go on my forearm. So we're gonna start with the TFL, like I said. So that's just the upper part, right? It's right here. So you're gonna play around with that. Hold any position that feels like it's tender. And then we're gonna work our way down to the IT band. For the IT band, I like to actually come up on my hand. Otherwise, I don't really have a way to move up and down too much. So you wanna go all the way down the leg. Right now we're doing the upper part. You don't want to go over the knee, so you're just going to release it for a second and then pick up where you left off. And this gets a little bit awkward. But basically you want to do the entire side of your leg. And then we're going to work ourselves back up here to the piriformis. If you didn't get this area already when you're doing your glutes, which is right here, it's an important area because it does help with sciatic pain, low back pain. Sometimes all you need is a little bit releasing of the glutes, piriformis, TFL, all these surrounding areas. So that's going to be right on the side, just like this angle. Stay on your hand and hold it if you need to. All right, guys, so we're going to wrap it up with that. There's other places you can roll out. The more you do it, the more you're gonna see that you need it. Shoulders, adductors. Again, I can be on this thing for a long time. I actually do it for myself once or twice a day at least, but there's really no going wrong. There's no like, how long should I do it? Do it as long as you want, as long as you can. Try to do it at least once a day, pre or post workout. It's great for recovery. It's gonna really change your life, I promise. If you guys have any comments, please make sure to ask me. I like to hear your feedback. I will be posting another video this week, possibly core exercises, so subscribe if you haven't already. Notifications on. I will be back, and I'll see you soon. Yeah, that. Did you get that? Nessa here, also known as Fitnessa. Thank you for joining me today. No, fuck that. Again, if you're a beginner, I would go with a softer one. If you're not a beginner rolling out, that makes no sense. If you're not a beginner rolling out, why are you watching this? High density. I like the size. I like the color.